answer to the question of how to have a good Seder, an exciting Seder, an interesting Seder, and a fun Seder, the answer to that question is a question. I know Jews often answer a question with a question. You'll ask me, so why do you do that? My answer is, why not? But in terms of the Seder, that really is, I think, the key. Our sages wrote some 4 stylized questions called Ma Nishtana, and there are many things that we do during the Seder which are a little weird, like dipping stuff in salt water and eating bitter herbs and eating some salad before the meal and not getting to the meal for half an hour. I mean, there's a whole bunch of strange things. And the reason for all of those things is to actually encourage people to ask questions. So my suggestion is, a lot of people don't always ask questions. So you, whoever is running the Seder, whoever is there, prepare some questions ahead of time. Here's some good ones. First of all, look through the Haggadah. Who's not mentioned? Well, Moses, Aaron, and Miriam are actually not mentioned in the Haggadah. That's pretty weird. Moses gets one mention at the end of a verse, parenthetically. But here is the main character of the whole story, and he doesn't get mentioned. Aaron, second. Miriam, no mention. What's going on? Question number 1. Question number 2. What's with the 4 stuff? 4 questions, 4 cups, 4 expressions of redemption. Why is 4 significant? What does that mean? Here's another question you might want to ask. We thank God for taking us out of Egypt. Guess what? He put us there. So we're thanking him for taking us out when he put us there? What's going on? Another question. Pharaoh is punished. The Egyptians are punished. Makes sense. They hurt us, they afflicted us, they attempted genocide. Yes, of course they should get punished. But if you look earlier on in the Torah, God told Abraham that his children, his descendants, would be slaves in Egypt. So when you think about it, the Egyptians were really doing God's work. They were just doing what God told Abraham they should be doing. So why should they get punished? Many responses to this. So another question. Why do we have contradictions in the Seder? We lean on the side as a symbol of freedom, but we eat matzah, which is slave bread. We drink 4 cups of wine, which is a symbol of freedom, but we eat maror, bitter herbs, symbol of slavery. We have charoset, which is really a combination. It looks like mortar. Hopefully it does not taste like it, but it's got wine in it and it's got things that the Jews are compared to in the book of Song of Songs and other parts, things like apples and dates and figs and stuff like that. What's going on? Why are we contradicting ourselves throughout the Seder? And another question, and this is my last question. About 15 minutes into the Seder, we invite people. We say, this is the bread of affliction. Anyone who's hungry, come and eat. Anyone who wants to join us, come and join us. Is this not a little late to be inviting someone? Why don't we do it earlier? We should be doing it now, like a week before Pesach, 2 weeks before Pesach. Why are we doing it at the Seder? Not at the beginning, but 15 minutes into the Seder. What's going on? So I didn't give you any answers to these questions because questions are in order for you to find the answers. So, and you might come up with other questions, and that's fine. And you might come up with answers to these questions, also fine. But there is nothing like a good question to promote discussion. There's nothing like a good argument for us to have some fun. And there's nothing like questions for a Seder. So have a Chag, Kasher v'Sameach, a happy and kosher festival, a wonderful Pesach. Don't pass over the questions. Don't skip over the inquiries. And look at all of these things and discuss, answer, talk amongst yourselves. Chag Sameach. This is Mordechai Becher.